Hi everyone, my name is Hansini and I'll be one of the facilitators for this group. So I just want you all to know that this space is meant to be a supportive and non-judgmental um, group for moms who are dealing with housing instability and a lot of stress in their daily life. You get to share at your own pace, and you're always free to pass and give us any questions that you have. So just to quickly let you know that anything shared here, we keep it private, so it's confidential information. Um, and as a group, we are going to speak to each other respectfully and don't judge each other on their parenting skills or their um, way of living. And if you are uncomfortable in answering any questions that we ask, um, you are always welcome to pass that question along.
Thank you, Hansi. So, my name is Erica. I will also be a facilitator here with you today. As Hansi said, it's a safe space, no judgment, completely at your own pace. That being said, who would like to share why they're here today with us?
I can start.
Okay,
My name's Reese.
Ivy.
I just had my daughter a few months ago. She's 4 months old. I've actually been on the streets on my own for a while now. I left home as soon as I could. I was 16. I just didn't have a great living situation, and I've never been back. I can't go back. So it's always just kind of been me. I've bounced in and out of shelters and couch surfing, really anywhere I can stay, I'll go, just because I can't really afford anything else. And that was fine. I was fine with that way of living. I was getting by. I didn't really have a problem with it until I got pregnant, and the father, I don't know where he is. I don't know what he's doing. He took off. We didn't know each other very well, and he took off when he found out that I was pregnant. So it's myself and my daughter, and although I was fine with my situation before, how do you live on the streets with a baby? So I'm just kind of trying to deal with all of that at the moment.
Understandably, that is definitely really, really hard. Well, we're very glad that you're here today. Um, we will help you with resources when it comes to housing, to make sure that you do have a safe place for you and your child to stay, whether that's temporary or long term. We will definitely help you work through that. Um, how are you feeling? Like, what are the emotions right now that are most predominant?
Well, I'm exhausted. I don't really sleep because most nights, I mean, it's hard to get beds in a shelter as is, but especially when you have a baby. So, we do spend a lot of nights actually on the street in which I don't sleep because I'm worried about my child, obviously, keeping them warm and safe. And if I fall asleep, there's no one really watching out for us and protecting us. So I'm exhausted. I don't get to sleep much. And I'm just overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed because I want better and I want to do better, but I don't know how and I don't know where to start.
That's definitely the first step,
Mhm.
and that's what we're here for. We're going to move on and get anyone else who would like to share with us their stories, and then we're going to just backtrack and we're all going to talk about the resources available and ways that we can help you cope and get through those scary situations. Okay, so that being said, Hansi, would you like
Thank you, Reese, for sharing all of that. It's a lot as a new mom and being on the street. But like Erica said, we are here to help you. So anyone else in the group like to share their experience, and then we can move from there.
So my name is Rajveer and I'm a mother of two sons. Cole and Grayson, and they're both 6 and 9. Recently, I've been in a lot of financial stress, and it got to the point where my husband has left me. Um, I have also lost my house, and now we are out trying to find more housing. We did couch surf for a few days, but who really wants to keep um, a mother of 2 kids with them? So that's what situation I am in. So yeah.
Thank you for sharing that, Rajveer. So, can you, in the situation that you're in right now, how are your feelings? What do you feel? Can you just let us know about that as well?
So I'm very stressed. It's very hard to keep 2 growing children safe outside. It's hard to get food for them. And it's just very overwhelming because I want them to be safe. And I also, of course, want myself to be safe. So,
Okay, so from what I'm getting, there's a lot of overwhelmed feelings in this room, and those are really understandable feelings in the middle of what you're going through. So you're not alone in that. And thank you for attending this session. So I will leave it to Erica to discuss on coping mechanisms. Erica, do you want to take over?
So before we go into coping mechanisms, I would just like to know, any one of you can answer this. What are some of the most predominant issues that you would like to address? And hearing that you're feeling unsafe, um, the worry and anxiety that's coming with not only your protection of yourself, but protection of your children, um, food insecurity. Um, what are some of the main things that you would like us to help you with? Keeping in mind that it's a process, so we have to take baby steps. We will get you to into a situation that is much better for you, but we have to start somewhere. So where would you guys feel we could help you best at this present moment? Anybody
Yeah,
can speak.
I feel like for me, I just need some sort of feeling that I'm safe and secure. So I think, you know, housing, whether it's a shelter and, getting kind of a more of a long-term placement somewhere, some shelter that allows children, allows my baby, I feel like that would be my priority personally.
yeah, I would say the same. Someplace safe for myself and my children, somewhere where we can get a good night's sleep. As a start, I maybe like a shower once every like couple of days, and then also for food.
So, those are definitely real concerns that we can address. As for housing, have any of you tried the shelters that are attached to our facility?
I haven't, no, not yet. I haven't been able to get off the wait list yet.
Okay, so you are on the wait list. That is definitely the first step. Has anyone else tried or is on the
Mm,
wait list?
Sorry, I haven't yet.
You haven't.
I'm on the wait list.
Okay, so we will definitely get you set up and put on that wait list.
Mhm.
Um, right now things are pretty rough out there for people, so there is a little bit of a wait list. Um, however, we will search around to see if we can find a different resource for you while you're waiting. If you choose to come back to us on our wait list. Hansi, is there anywhere that you know that is available right now?
So we can look into that, Erica, and then get them the best suitable positions looked at. Right now, off the top of my head, there's a huge list, so we can just go through them, discussing individually, looking through the list to see what best suits you and what your recommendations are, depending on where you want to live and all of that. And Yeah. So,
As the issue of food, we definitely both have you guys visited the food bank? That's also downstairs. Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
You have.
I've tried the food bank.
and what about like, have you guys ever given a thought about if you want to work or find employment? Have you guys looked into that? And what about childcare and all of that?
I haven't worked a day since my first child was born, but if it gets to that point, well, I will love to find some work to support me and my sons financially.
So that's definitely doable. There are programs that we can get you into to get you some work experience or to get you some guidance as like an entry level position at certain corporations. So you can definitely look into that for you. Um,
Mhm.
is there anybody
And
else that would be interested in working or
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of a double-edged sword in a way because I want to work so that I can, provide for my daughter and, get us somewhere safe and keep us fed and clean. And to do that, I need a job and I need to make money, but I have a baby. So what am I going to do with my baby during the day? If I'm at a job, I'll have to, find childcare, but childcare is not always necessarily accessible in terms of finances. So it's kind of, I just feel like trapped almost.
that's very understandable. We do have access to um, remedies for childcare. It's not long term, um, but especially if you do come to look for work through us, we would be able to address that too. It's definitely case to case variability, but we can definitely address that if that's something that you would like to do. Um,
yeah,
how does
and
that sound? Sorry, go ahead.
there's also definitely like subsidy programs that you can apply to once you find employment, which can reduce the childcare expenses. Um, yeah, so also just to get an idea, any of you have any close family or friends that can also support you during this process of finding employment? You know, it's a big process. So anyone that can help you with, going through that so that you're not alone.
No, I don't have anyone in this city
Okay,
at the
that's okay.
moment.
I just kind of have the other people who I've bumped into frequently, whether it be, at a campsite in a shelter, but I would really only consider them acquaintances, like no one that I
Mhm.
feel can support me or be there for me like I would need someone to be.
Okay. Well, thank you both for sharing all of that. So we just get a clear picture of what you went through and what you're coming from, so that we can best assist you. Anything else that we haven't covered or needs to be asked, Erica?
No, I think we're good. I think if you guys are up to it, we could do a little breathing exercise just to kind of de-stress and just center yourself. How do we feel about that?
Yeah, I'm up for it.
Sure.
Okay. So I want all of you to take a deep breath in through the nose, and I want you to hold it for 5 seconds. Then I want you to slowly breathe out. And repeat. We're going to do that for 2 more breaths, and then we're going to see how we feel. How does that feel? everybody feel centered? Perfect.
Yeah, I think that, having to talk about all of that is overwhelming and upsetting, and I definitely do feel better. So I do think, ending on that, I'm my day's gotten a little bit better.
Oh, I'm very glad to hear that. Very, very glad to hear that. So from here, we will take you downstairs and we'll fill out any papers for wait lists or for food bank donation, anything like that that we need to do. Um, and for our next session, we will get more into, we'll talk about the resources that are available. Now that we know your situation, we'll definitely talk about who has reached out and what we can do for you guys, as well as coping mechanisms to deal with the stress. Because it's one thing to help the situation, but if you don't deal with the overwhelmed feelings that you have and the anxiety, it can definitely take a toll on you. So I do thank you all for coming today. And Nancy, if there's nothing else you'd like to add, we can bring them downstairs and go from there.
Yeah, I think we're good. So for the next session, we can also discuss something called mindfulness, just to basically paying attention on the purpose of why you're here and how you will be going from there on, so that, the reason that you're here in this group is to basically get the stress out, stress, feel a sense of freedom. So just know that you're not alone. And throughout our 8 weeks, 8 to 10 week session, we can continue to work on these and get you the best help there is.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you.
you.